screen. Let's put you up here. And then I'll put you up here. Make you smaller over there. Hey! Whoa, let's zoom out a little bit there, man. God damn. Right, okay. Yeah, so today we have a keyboard review for you today, and this is a Sahara R20. It's just a Sahara Gaming R20, yeah. So we've got a few things to talk about. So I've been using this keyboard for about 2 weeks without just giving you little expressions in certain videos. So if I was on Facebook streaming or if I was streaming on YouTube, I was saying that I had a different keyboard that I was using and I was getting used to it. But I didn't really want to do the review straight out of the box. I was wanting to actually give you my real world results. Now, there's one problem already. We can't get the software. I don't know where the software is. I've tried to download the software through Internet Explorer, and also I've tried to get the software through their website. Their website's very awful. So I'll be talking to them about their website, see if we can get something sorted. And yeah, everything else is awesome. Good news to talk about this keyboard. Where do I start? So I've got three keyboards here. I've got the HyperX one, it's about £150, and I've got a Thermaltake one that runs with Amazon Alexa and stuff like that. That's about 220. They're all RGB, they all got different keys and stuff. I'm using silver switches, what I normally use for gaming and streaming competitively. Yeah, at the moment I'm using brown switches, which is a Sahara keyboard. So first off, in the box you get the instructions. Number 2, we get a keycap puller. So if I zoom in on that, is it going to focus? I don't even know if it is focusing. Hold up, what we'll do, we'll use this screen. We'll use this one. Let's have a look. Can you see what I'm seeing? It's a keypack, whatever it's called. I've got to get used to this. Right, there we go. This is a key puller. So it's one of them. And this one is... This is to obviously pull your switches out. So keys are on this keyboard, this lovely keyboard right here. Bam, 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 bam. Let's have a little zoom in on that one so you can have a real close-up look at the keys. Now I've been using this for an absolute week. So there's the Sahara logo right there. And then all the keys. You've got the FN, which is your function key. And as you not noticed, this is a 10 keyless keyboard. Right, so on this side here, I think I'm pointing right. No, I'm pointing wrong. Down here, these buttons control the speed of and also the brightness. So the bottom one is obviously low brightness and the top one's high brightness. And this one here is lower speed and that one's faster speed, which is that way. And then get a little bit more of the keys. What we could do is just pull off a key that you can see. That way. Come on, F1, you can do it. So this is a brown switch, and you can use this puller right here to pull that out. And obviously the other one was for the keys, which is that one. Now I don't really want to put this back on the keyboard, so we zoom this back out again. Right, so let's talk a little bit about this keyboard. So this keyboard has a 1.8 nylon braided cable as well on this keyboard. The keys rest on top of the actual keys, like it does there. So it's white underneath, but it rests on the top. The reason why I'm doing this review, because I actually think this keyboard is actually pretty good. So I need to turn it to the side here. Without hitting the mic, I'm very sorry. Right, on the back here, we have got 3 channels on left and right. So 3 channels that side, 3 channels that side, and we've got one center channel. And this channel means that you can just have the cable going straight through, or you can have it and route it all the way out, depending on how your setup is on your on your desk. And also we've got pull-out feet as well, and it's got rubber on both. So it's like 4 bits rubber and 4 bits rubber at the bottom there. Yeah, so we got little different colors that we can do. Now, on other keyboards that I've used back in the day, I've never noticed these to delete the end, the PG down, the PG up, or page down, page up, home, the INS, the PRT print screen, what's the other one? Screen lock and pause. I've never noticed that I had to use those buttons as well with the FN. So this is what this does. Now I've got a video here of someone else doing a quick review of this keyboard, but I'm not going to show you the whole review. I'm just going to show you the software, because I tried to download the software so you can see what the software actually looks like and kind of what the buttons do. But we're going to do a little demonstration live right now. I can tell you from right now that using brown switches, the brown switches feel like Cherry MX switches. They're pretty close. You can obviously take the switch off, and then you can just use it you can't use it that way, but you can service it and repair anything that needs to be repaired and stick different switches on, maybe add some oil in there, I don't know, whatever you want to do. It's got aluminium base as well for the keyboard itself. There's not too much flex in there and that it's actually not bad. It's actually a pretty decent keyboard. I didn't really expect that, but using it for these hybrid keyboards, it's actually pretty decent. When you're pressing the buttons, they don't go all over the place. I will do a demonstration with the microphone, because I obviously game with it. If you want to check out my Warzone live streaming, you might be able to hear the keyboard, you might not be able to hear the keyboard, but they're brown switches, and the microphone is directly 30 centimeters away from the keyboard itself. So obviously I've got sound going off, and I've got the microphone on, and then obviously I'm typing or using the caps. You can customize these keys as well by using the RGB setup. So that means that I can use FN, and then I can have cross, I can have W, S, D, and A. I can also have all the buttons for CSGO, any sort of games that's really kind of programmed or profiled already. But anyway, let's check this video out quickly. Right, so let's see what he's saying quickly. And this guy, lovely chap called Click Tech, he done a review just a few days ago, so let's have a look at what he's got to say.
Look at it from there. Okay,
so this is what the software looks like, and the keys are just as bright as well as the Thermaltake, and also just as bright as a HyperX. They near enough do exactly the same as a very expensive keyboard. I've done loads of Sahara gaming stuff, especially all their cases, and their cases are really, really good. They're more like on fractal design levels and Thermaltake levels. They're really good quality. Yeah, I've had no problems with them. So when I heard about a keyboard coming out, I was like, all right, let me have a look. Because when you normally see manufacturers bring out a keyboard, you're like, it's a bit... But the box is all really nice. It's like really well presented. It's like near enough on Corsair's level, but not quite. But it's getting there. But anyway, let's have a look at this video.
so looking at the software, then we've got a customized button where you can reassign keys to either a macro or a mouse function, perhaps, or some multimedia functions as well. And to create those macros, you come in here to the macros tab, and in here you can actually record macros and save them into there. So in the lighting tab here, you can see we've got the streamer effect going, and we can change the profile as well. We've only got one profile in, and you can set it so it switches off all lighting when your display turns off, so it's not left on in a darkened room. You've also got a palette on the right hand side, so you can choose different colours for different effects. And here you've got brightness, speed. So let's just turn the speed up of that, and we can actually see it react on the keyboard. It does go through really quickly. You can see it flicking there on each one as it goes through. So put that back to the middle. On this one you can change the direction, so you can have it going upwards or downwards. Personally, I like it to go from left to right.
Funny thing about this is when I first got this keyboard, I only thought it could do a few things, like breathing and changing a few colours and different speeds. I didn't know it could actually do all of this until earlier today. So this is why we're doing a review and getting it all over and done with, because I'm still using it at the moment. HyperX one's there, Thermaltake one's there, gaming one is here. Sahara's gaming one's here, and it's actually pretty decent. So let's carry on with this.
And you can change the brightness too, right to the point where it turns it off.
Yeah, that's right. You can turn it off as well pretty easily.
Okay, so that's the basics. Let's have a look through some of these effects.
Some of these effects are brilliant. That's normal. This is what I thought it was like. So I was like, okay, it's probably around £30, but we'll talk about price in a minute. That's like horse riding. What was that? Horse race lamp. I can get it. It's like little horses going on from above. Twinkle stars. I've seen that quite a few times, but it's
this one, the reactive one.
It's like super bright, and it's really like cool. It shows you a little demonstration of what the other keys do in that. But I'm just showing you quickly what the software does. Obviously, you've got macros. You can program different buttons, what they do, and stuff like that. And I don't know what else you can do other than, oh yeah, profiles, CSGO and all that, which I've already mentioned. So can I actually take this keyboard out without cutting the stream off? I'm wondering if I can actually get away with that. So this is going to be difficult, isn't it? I should have used another keyboard. Right, okay, so we've got the lights here. If I, oh, do you know what, I'm going to switch. There we go. Now I've got different buttons here. Oh, you can't really see it. I should have done it at night time. If I zoom in a little bit more, you can kind of see the lights, can't you? I don't know if you can or not. Let's make this a little bit brighter. Let me press these buttons here. So these are the buttons I'm going to press, and it's the wrong way around. See that? I don't know which way I can get that so it looks nicer. How damn annoying. Yeah, so each button I press, so if I press end, do you know what I'm going to do?
If I press the key, it then lights up.
Yeah, that's it, shush me. I wonder if this is going to be darker now, where you can see the keys more. Where's that fan? Right, we can get it darker, we can get it a little bit darker. That's what we're going to do. Oh gosh, hit my mic here. Right, now we've got it darker. Right, now you can see what I'm talking about. Yee-hoo! Right, so if I press FN, it does stuff like this. And if I go to the other keys, where are they? Have I got my hand on them? Yeah. And I can press, and it does different things. Oh, it started to rain. And you can speed it up and do all kinds of stuff to it. So that just does that when I press that button. And that button is page up, page down, does that. Oh, that looks nice. and it goes the opposite way. That's going up or down. I think it's going down, and that one's going up, and then it changes back to normal. This one does that. Which one does? What's this do? It does that. Delete does that. Changes the colours. And that one does this. So I can choose. Is this the one where I can choose colours? Oh yeah, this one's like heat maps. And it changes colours. I think it is, isn't it? It's that one. And then bring this into screen. This one does that. And I think it changes colours as it goes in. Little heat maps, so that's pretty cool. And then this one does that. It's not doing anything else. Alright, cool. And then this one does that. Changes colours. And that one does that. Changes colours. It's got a plethora of stuff though that it does. And then I can use these arrows here to slow it down or dim it. So that's turned it off. This one turns it on, makes it brighter. And these are the speeds. And that's what you can do to make it slower. So I think that is pretty cool. Oh, so zoom straight in on my mic then. Yeah, I think that's like pretty cool. What's that? Your mic is laggy. I hope not. Let me just check that real quick. This is not going to be good if it is. That's the second time it's done that. Wait, what? Da-da-da. Yeah, so basically the keyboard is a price. Well, can you guess what the price is? I'll give you 10 seconds to guess what the price is. It's $59.99. Why is this not working? I can't get my... Hello? Oh, it is doing it again. Okay. Right. So I'm going to end the review there of the actual R20 keyboard because the sound is lagging again. But hopefully you understood what I was going to say. You can get it for €35. That is pretty decent. Yeah, Mike is lagging. How are you? How are the programmable keys? Corsair keyboards can have any key change to anything else, which is much better than Logitech keys and the G keys. The software is just another level. Yeah, you can do that as well. You can program each keys and you can program individual keys in different colors and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, sorry about the audio. Hopefully it'll be all right. I'm going to sort the audio out. And thanks for watching. Roger and out.